Hello friends, welcome to my lab. In this video I will show you the speed control of DC shunt motor by field control method or flux control method. If you love my video, please like it and don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Let's switch on. Before performing the test, let's discuss the circuit diagram of the test. So you can see the circuit diagram of speed control of DC shunt motor by flux control method. Let's connect the circuit virtually. First of all, the L terminal of the 3-point starter is connected with DPDT switch. Now, the A terminal of the starter is connected with motor armature terminal, and the field terminal is connected with an ammeter, and the ammeter is connected with field control rheostat, and the rheostat is connected with the field of the motor, and the double F and double A terminals of the motor is shorted and connected with the negative terminal of the power supply. A PMMC type voltmeter can be connected across the power supply to measure the system voltage. Now the circuit is connected with 220 volt DC supply as per the rating of the motor. First of all, the DPDT switch is closed and you can see the ammeter is measuring the current flowing through the field control rheostat and the field of the motor. From Ohm's law, we can say that the field current is inversely proportional to the resistance of the field control rheostat. That means if the resistance of the field control rheostat is increased, then the field current will be decreased. The field current is responsible for generating the magnetic flux inside the motor. So we can say that the field current is directly proportional to the magnetic flux. The relation between the magnetic flux and speed can be found out from the equation. The speed of the motor is directly proportional to the ratio of back EMF and flux. If we take the back EMF as constant, so we can say that the speed is inversely proportional to the flux, and as the flux is induced by the field current, so we can say that the speed is inversely proportional to the field current. If we increase the field current, then the speed will be decreased, and if we decrease the field current, then speed will be increased. By increasing the resistance of the field control rheostat, we can increase the speed of the motor. By using this method, we can achieve more than rated speed. So you can see our panel is here, and the voltmeter, starter and other terminals are fitted, and the 4 terminals of the motor is connected with the 1 horsepower DC shunt motor, and the rated voltage is 220 volt and the rated speed is 1500 rpm. Now let's connect the panel as per our circuit diagram. The positive terminal is connected with the L terminal of the starter, the A terminal is connected with the A terminal of the motor, and the field terminal of the starter is connected with a digital ammeter. The another terminal of the ammeter is connected in series with the rheostat. The another terminal of the rheostat is connected with the field terminal of the motor. The double F terminal is connected with the negative terminal of the power supply, and the double A and double F terminal is shorted like this. The voltmeter is connected across the power supply. So now you can see all connections are done properly, and finally the panel is connected with single phase power supply. Before switching on the MCB, we have to be sure that the rheostat is in 0 position. Now the MCB is turned on, and you can see the system voltage is showing on the voltmeter, and the current flowing through the motor is 0 ampere. As we have not connected the motor with the power through the starter, let's operate the starter slowly, taking 3 to 5 second time. I have already made a video on it, please check it out, the link is given in description. So you can see the motor is running at its rated speed at no load. Let's check it by using the laser type tachometer, and the speed is 1866 rpm when the rheostat is not in operation. So at this speed the current taken by the field is 0.34 ampere. Now let's rotate the rheostat slightly in clockwise direction, and you can see the current is decreased at 0.32 ampere, and then the speed is increased by 1905 rpm. By increasing the resistance, the current is reduced by 0.29 ampere, and at that current the speed is increased by 1985 rpm. Just like this, we have to slightly increase the resistance of the rheostat, and the current is reduced and the speed is increasing. When we increase the resistance and the current is reduced by 0.24 ampere, at that current the speed is increased by 2141 rpm. And when we increase the resistance more, then the current is 0.22 ampere and the speed is 2235 rpm. And when we increase more the resistance, then the current is decreased by 0.19 ampere and the speed is 2342 rpm. When the knob is fully rotated, then the maximum resistance is applied and the current is 0.17 ampere and the speed is highest condition, that is 2495 rpm. That is the highest speed we can achieve by applying this method. Now if we decrease the resistance by rotating the knob in anticlockwise direction, that means the resistance is reducing and current is increasing, then you can see the speed is reducing. From the test we can say that when we need to increase the speed of the motor, then this method can be applied. From the test we have collected the data and put in this observation table the field current and speed. You can see by reducing the field current, the speed is increasing gradually. We have to plot a graph in between field current and speed. We have to plot the field current in x-axis and speed in y-axis. So you can see the graph is plotted and the curve characteristics is like a rectangular hyperbola. You can find the PDF link in description. Stay tuned with us. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.